Don't you just hate videos that take 20 minutes to get to 2 minutes of info? We're not going to do that to you, fam. So here's a 3-minute video on how to fit a transmission cooler. We're fitting one to this VW Amarok V6, so let's jump in. This is the kit we're using from Wholesale Automatic Transmissions. It comes with a thermostatic valve delete, which allows fluid to circulate through the system without having to wait for it to heat up, keeping it cooler. Alright, step 1, ditch the grill and mount up the cooler. It's pretty straightforward, just a couple of bolts. Next, remove this thing, which is your thermostatic coupler. Fluid will leak out, so have a drip tray ready. With the coupler out, remove the circlip and the cap and pull out the thermostatic valve and spring. And give it a good old clean with carby cleaner, throttle cleaner, degreaser, solvent, whatever. Install a supplied brass plug, followed by the spring. Replace the O-ring on the cap. What this does is it opens the valve permanently and allows the fluid to circulate freely without having to rely on the transmission temperature. Then seal it all up with the circlip. Replace the coupler, then install the hose barbs on the fluid out port. Install either end of the hose on each of the barbs. Feed the hose up the front of the vehicle towards the cooler itself. Trim the hose to length to suit the outlet and inlet ports of the cooler. Keep in mind it does not matter which end of the hose goes into which port of the cooler. Now we're getting somewhere. Tighten up the hose clamps, make sure it's all secure, reinstall your grill. We're going to go back underneath the car and set the fluid level. Locate the fill plug and fill the transmission with fluid until it starts dripping out. Once it does, turn the engine on and then start refilling. This will actually fill up the cooler itself. Usually takes about 2 to 2.5 litres. Once it's dripping, plug back in, job done. And that's how you install a transmission cooler. Keep in mind, not all vehicles will have the thermostatic valve. That is generally a European thing, but some Japanese cars and American cars do have it. Just something to be aware of. Definitely doable by the DIY as long as you've got a good set of tools and don't mind having a transmission fluid shower.